If you've watched many of my videos, you'll know one of my favorite outdoor solar lights is the Atomic Beam Sunblast. It's a Bilbhead product, and if you haven't seen it, I will link it at the end. Well, today we're going to be looking at another Bilbhead product. Starts with Atomic and, well, it ends with Sun Blade. It's a sweet little motion sensor light that you're supposed to use on the inside of your house. That's what it looks like right there. Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, this is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. My channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I look at some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I like to. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. One more thing, don't forget to check down the description for my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Now, let's take a closer look at this rechargeable light from Bilbhead called the Atomic Sun Blade. Here's our Atomic Sun Blade, the motion-activated magnetic light bar. I'm really excited to try this. So you screw these two spots there and it magnetically attaches. I do like that it's rechargeable, so when it needs to be charged, you take it off, charge it, and snap it back on. I also love that it's motion-activated. I'm going to try this on my steps and definitely under a cabinet just to see how it works. Let's unbox this. Nothing else in the box, so there's not really a whole lot to it. So I have the light, and they say this is 11 inches long. That might be this to here, but I think the light itself would probably be only 10 inches, but I will check that out. Here are my two magnetically pieces of metal that I magnetically secured to, and they can either be screwed or 3M, and then I have a micro USB style charger. So what I will do is I'll read through my directions, and then, well, I'm not going to buy that. I'll read through my directions and then we'll install it and test it out. So it's a cool little design. This feels metallic on the back, and you can definitely see these two spots that say magnets, or they have a magnet picture. Yeah, it'll connect to it. Seems like a pretty strong magnet. You are supposed to have it so it aligns like this, so when you install it, you have the curve correspond there, so it just snaps right in. You do have two settings. You have it either in the on position. Oops, it's upside down. So right now it's off. I can either turn it to on, which lights the light up, or I can put it to auto, which sets the motion sensor. The directions do tell you if you have more than one of these, don't put them that close to each other because it only works in a dim environment. So if one turns on, it might cause the other one not to turn on. It also tells you to put the motion sensor closest to the area where somebody will be walking. All right, so what I'm going to do, well, let's test this out. Now, I am going to turn this light on, so watch out. It might get bright. All right, that's pretty cool. I do like the light there. I'm going to turn it to the motion sensor and just see if we can test that out. I do know it has to be in like a dim environment, so I'm just going to cover that and like walk by and walk by. Oh, there it goes. Very sweet. So yes, the directions do tell us it does not work in a very well lit environment. Now let's charge it and test it out. When this is charging, this light right here will be red. When it's finished charging, it will be green. We've just clicked green. It took less than an hour, but that's including the charge that came from the factory. So what I'm going to do now is I am actually going to test to see how long this light can stay on before it either runs out or gets really too dim. So there we have it in the on position. It's been 4 hours since I've had the Atomic Sun Blade on. And to be honest with you, I'm going to call it. I don't know if you can even tell, but this light is on. Let me turn it off. I'll show you. So it's very, very dim now, okay? And that's okay. Been running for 4 consecutive hours. My thought is if you're going to use this for the motion sensor trips on only when it's needed, and it lasts for 20 seconds unless there's continuous motion. So if you're just going to be using this for that feature, you're going to get days of use out of it. That being said, you do need to know you're going to have to charge it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to charge it to full, and then I'm going to run it through a few tests of where I would like to see it installed. In case you're wondering, it does work when it's charging. That being said, I'm going to leave it off because I don't want to damage anything just in case. I'm going to show you how to install the Atomic Sun Blade. So you need to know once you peel off these 3M stickers and put them down, it's pretty much just going to be set there. And it's sort of like a one-time use thing. So if you wanted to peel it off, you're going to have to figure another way to adhere it. So I'm actually going to hook it to this PVC plastic right here because I have a few different applications I'm going to try out for this video. and then in the end I'll show you where I'm going to install it permanently. But all you do is you peel off the 3M stickers. All right, once they're peeled off, I have them installed where the magnet is, right? So if I have it, that's where the magnet catches. And now I'm just going to line it up on this line. The directions tell us to push and hold for 30 seconds, and then you're supposed to wait an hour. Well, first we have to take the light off, and then we wait an hour before we use it again. So I'm going to hold it here for 30 seconds, and then when I'm done there, I'm actually just going to slide the light to the left. So now I've taken it off the magnets. These things will now sit for 1 hour, and then we'll get to use it. Now that I've installed this, I don't need my line anymore. So I'm actually going to take my flex tape remover, which is also a graffiti remover, and spray it right there. Wipe it off. Isn't that nice? My first installation, I'm actually going to put this on a stair riser. Anyway, the wall next to the stairs, just to see if the stairs will light as I walk up. Let's go do that. I'm going to install the light right here. And then I'm going to turn the lights out, make sure the motion setting is on, and see if I can set it off and it lights my steps. So I've tried this about 6 times, and every time I get to the step above the light, it signals. So I'm going to actually turn it around. With the sensor on that side, let's see if it's different. It took a little trial and error, but I was actually able to get the sun blade to work, and I thought it was actually really convenient. Now, would I like more of them? Sure. I only bought one because I was just testing it out, but I think maybe every other step, this could be something. If your stairwell is dark or the staircase is dark, you might need something like this. So for that area, I thought it was pretty practical. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it under a cabinet. But first, I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think of the sun blade? Is this something you would use? Have you used something like this? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. So I'm going to put my light right up here underneath this cabinet, and I'm actually going to adhere it with some alien tape. So my plan is put the tape on the back of this PVC, put this PVC up and in place, and then turn on the motion sensor mode. And in the morning when it's time for me to go get some coffee, I'm hoping when I walk through here that turns on and lights up my coffee area. I only put 2 pieces of tape on here because I felt that this should be light enough. Plus, it's not something I wanted to have there permanently anyway. So I'm going to push and hold. You hold for 30 seconds, and hopefully it'll be enough hold to hold up the light. Well, as you can see, it worked. It lit up my coffee area, and in the morning I was able to make coffee without turning on the overhead light. Now, I will say that the distance between my cabinet and the countertop is pretty short, and so I have to have the Keurig pulled out, and so it blocks some of the light. But either way, I was able to see, and this sun blade did its job. Now, what do I think about this product? Well, more importantly, what does my wife think about this product? Because it doesn't come in the house if she doesn't like it. Loves the idea of this light. Absolutely think it's a great idea. Does not like the fluorescent. And I get that too, right? I like more of a softer light, a softer tone. And this is really in your face abrasive. And to be honest with you, I won't keep it in my house because, well, my wife, she's the boss and I have to listen to her, and she's caring and kind and, one second, sweet and gentle, and, well, she's pretty, of course. I think I got all the things she wanted me to say. All in all, though, it's a pretty sweet light. I love the motion sensor part. There's a lot of great uses. If it's something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. I could just tell you where I put my light, but I'd rather show you. Check this out. What? Where is it? Sure enough, I hooked it to the top of my cabinet here. I like that I can take it off. If I want to bring it down here, I can, or on the side. Plus, not to mention, I have a power source right there, so whenever the battery goes low, I can plug it in and charge. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the Atomic Sunblade. It's the motion censored light bar. It's a pretty interesting product. It's got magnets on the back. Anyway, during this review, I referenced 2 other reviews I did. One was the Alien Tape, and 2 was the Atomic Beam Sunblast. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link either one of those videos right up here. And if you haven't seen one, or even if you have, you might wanna go ahead and click one of those. And by the magic of the internet, whichever link that you click, I'm gonna join you at that review. So go ahead, click one. They're safe, I promise.